Former Scottish Conservative leader Ruth Davidson will not be taking up a controversial job with a lobbying company in London. The Edinburgh Central MSP was going to be paid £50,000 for 24 days' work a year. Political opponents said it was a conflict of interests and called on Ruth Davidson to quit as an MSP. Today, she says she's choosing Parliament. Here's our political editor, Colin Mackay.
It was a short-lived appointment following her resignation as Scottish Conservative leader.
It was, without doubt, the most important contribution of my working life.
Ruth Davidson had agreed to be a senior advisor for London-based lobbyists Tulkin. Today she quit the new post, promising to continue with the day job.
If I'm being forced to choose by political opponents between my role here and doing something outside, then of course I'm going to choose the Scottish Parliament. I've been committed to working here for the last 9 years.
So you're choosing the day job?
Oh, I'm committed to my term of office here as the MSP for Edinburgh Central. I reaffirmed that commitment when I stood down as party leader.
Tulkin would have paid Ruth Davidson £50,000 a year for just 24 days' work, almost twice the average earnings in Scotland, which caused outrage amongst her opponents, who demanded she quit as an MSP.
For ordinary people out there who are struggling to get by because of the austerity policies introduced by her party, these types of salaries are inconceivable, and it just makes people think that politicians are all on the make.
You've tried to create this image of the new Tories, Ruth Davidson's new Tories. This just looks like the old Tories who were in it for the money, in it for themselves.
Well, look, I think people will look at my record here in the Scottish Parliament, and well, even my critics would, I think, acknowledge that I've made a big commitment to public life here. I think it's been a positive contribution.
Others, including some within the lobbying business, warned the job would have been a conflict of interests.
If she stood up in Parliament and asked a question or took part in a debate, how do we know if she was speaking on behalf of her constituents, her party or a lobbying organisation?
A Scottish Conservative leader, Ruth Davidson, put up a big political fight. This new job was clearly not something she was willing to defend so vigorously, instead choosing the day job as an MSP.
So, Colin, what will she do now?
Well, I speak to a lot of MSPs around the Parliament, as you can imagine, from all parties. And most of them say that they don't feel that her heart's been quite in it since she's returned to Parliament from maternity leave, but she's not going to leave her party in it. She's not going to land them with a by-election. She's going to stay on as an MSP to 2021. She has promised them that, because they are very concerned that if she did go and cause that by-election in Edinburgh Central, that would be handing that to the SNP. Now, she's not willing to do that, but there's another reason too, because if she went, then that would cost the party possibly up to funding for up to 3 jobs. She's not going to do that either. I think her speech, her interview today was a lot less bombastic than it used to be. I think she misjudged the mood on this issue, but I also think she'll probably be quite relieved she's not leading her party in another election in Scotland.
All right, Colin, at Holyrood, thank you.